What's up, citizens of Gotham? You are watching The Political Vigilante. You know what we do here? You know what we do here. We make Gotham great again. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that gun. Look at that vegan gun. Man, torqued out. Thank you for supporting the show, guys. Don't forget, Stay in Your Lane comedy show in Tarzana, California at the Corbin Bowl this Saturday, October 20th. Be there. Tickets are $10. Food and drink specials, free parking, free bowling shoes. Free bowling shoe rental. You don't get your own shoes, but come out for the show, you guys. And of course, November 2nd, Sacramento, Progressive Comedy Tour with Ron Placone. November 3rd in San Francisco. We were going to do Santa Barbara November 4th. I apologize. We just couldn't put that together. There was a logistical problem with the venue, and we just couldn't get that ironed out. And so we didn't want to put the tickets on sale so late. So I apologize for that. But we will be Sacramento on the 2nd, San Francisco on the 3rd, and of course, Florida, January 9th through the 12th. Go to grahamelwood.com. The link is in the show notes below. So I want to talk about this article that was in The Intercept by Dave Dane, and it's about Proposition 10 in California. I am very much in favor on Prop 10. If you live in California, please, please, please vote yes on Prop 10. Abby Martin is behind it. Jimmy Dore's behind it. I'm going to go into this article as to why you should be behind it, because Wall Street, weird, they're spending money to protect California's ability to jack up their rents. This is Dave Dane, who, of course, did that book, Chain of Title. Dave's a friend of mine, which is all about Obama, how he let the bank screw us over. Now, in full disclosure, Dave Dane worked on Obama's campaign, so you know he's given it a fair shake. Why Proposition 10? Why saying yes to Proposition 10 is so important is because it allows cities to go through the process of implementing rent control. California has some of the highest rents in the country. Los Angeles and San Francisco, it's out of control. And I have horror stories from people that live in the Bay Area. The rents are so out of control, and we need something to be done. And when people ask me, like, Graham, do you watch the political ads on TV? I go, yeah, I watch at the end who paid for the spot. So when it's like, no on Prop 10, who paid for it? Oh, a bunch of developers. You know, when there's some like green energy ballot initiative, and then who pays for it, like the utility companies are against it or whatever, that's when you know who's paying for the yes or for the no. That'll tell you. Why? Because obviously Proposition 10 is good for renters. One of the scare tactics they're using is telling homeowners your home value is going to go down. So they're scaring homeowners into thinking that rent control is somehow going to hurt their property value. That's not true. But here's who's involved, who's trying to be able to jack up the rents in California. After the financial crisis of 2008, the financial crisis of 2008 represented a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Homeowners who'd been walloped by the very crisis Wall Street had created were struggling to pay their mortgages, so financiers swooped in and bought up foreclosed homes. That happened to me. One West Bank said they were going to let me refinance redo my mortgage. They cut my mortgage payment in half. They said it was a 3-month forbearance. At the end of the 3 months, they said, oh, you don't qualify for the restructuring of your loan using taxpayer stimulus money, but so now you owe us for 3 months of making half payments. They did that to me twice, and that was happening. One West bought my mortgage from IndyMac at 30% of its value and essentially wanted to force me out because they knew they could make a profit if they sold it. And they knew they could get a lot of money in the rent. We buy these properties in 2008, 2009, 2010. Eventually they'll go back up. Here we are 8 years later. Rents, property values have skyrocketed in California. So their filthy scam worked. So they swooped in and bought up foreclosed homes knowing the assets would eventually rise in price again, as I just said. But with so many people foreclosed on and out of work, selling the homes was difficult. So Wall Street hit on a different approach, renting them out. The Blackstone Group, a private equity giant that is also now the world's largest real estate management firm. Oh, Really? These guys are against rent control. That's weird. Has pumped $6.8 million so far to battle a ballot measure in California that would allow cities to reestablish rent control laws, including on single-family homes. That figure constitutes 1 out of every $7 supporting the No on Prop 10 campaign and is part of a $45 million assault, mostly from corporate landlords and property developers, on the right to cities to determine their own rental laws. $45 million to defeat Proposition 10. Don't be dumb if you live in California. You're going to see ads, you're going to get stuff in the mail like, I'm Johnny, average homeowner, and the fat cats in Sacramento are trying to screw us over. Vote no on 10. Like, don't fall for that shit. Yes on 10. Vote yes on Prop 10 in California. Here's why. What Proposition 10 will overturn. Currently, cities in California are banned from pursuing rent control for apartments built after 1995 and for all single-family home rentals. You can't have rent control if you are renting out your house. See, that's bad for homeowners. No, giant developers own so much property. I'm going to show you a map in a second. There are 2 million in the state, 2 million single-family home rentals. Blackstone has a portfolio of over 12,700 single-family rentals in California. And if it helps defeat Prop 10, the firm can continue to jack up rents to an unlimited degree. Here's a map, right? I know it's very detailed here, but these are invitation homes. These are homes that Blackstone owns. Colony, Starwood, American Homes for Rent, Silver Bay, Tricon, Progress Residential, and Home Partners of America. Look at this. This is Southern California, right? This is Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, Burbank. That's where we do the show at Flappers, right? I live down here. Look at all these homes. These are like working class communities. These are a lot of people. A lot of these communities got hit hard by the recession and people lost their homes. So they swooped up all these foreclosed homes. Inglewood, look at this, Compton. Look what they did. This is called the Inland Empire, this area out here. San Bernardino, out where I shot the FNX show. They swooped up all these homes because these neighborhoods got overinflated, right? So then when the recession hit, they all went upside down. So the foreclosure, these companies bought them up. Look at this. All in poor and working class neighborhoods primarily. Rich areas? Nope. 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 See that? See how they screw people over? See why they want this? It's why to defeat these assholes, vote yes on 10. Here's what Prop 10 would do. It would repeal the Costa-Hawkins Act, a 1995 state law that blocks cities and counties from establishing new rent control laws. Costa-Hawkins also incentivizes evictions, allowing landlords to raise rents to market rates when units become vacant, even if that unit was previously rent controlled. They do that in my building. My unit, I've been living in it for 7 years. The exact same unit. They all have the same layout. There's a couple of 2 bedrooms, but all the 1 bedrooms in my building, they're all $700 to $800 more than what I'm paying. Critics contend that the law has contributed to a housing crisis in California. If in every metropolitan area of the state, between 30 and 60% of the population cannot afford local rents. If Prop 10 passes, rent control would not automatically be instituted. Instead, cities would merely have the opportunity to pass their own local ordinances. State law requires that landlords get a fair rate of return on their properties, which Prop 10 would not affect. Don't buy the bullshit. Vote yes on 10. We need cities to just have the opportunity to rent control. Okay? People can't afford rents. It's going to go out of control. Don't let rich developers who are spending $45 million fuck you over. If you live in California, vote yes on 10. If you have relatives that live in California, tell them to vote yes on 10. Put this on your social media. Put this video on all of your social media to defeat these assholes. Show these assholes that political vigilantes all over the country and all over the world can say fuck you to your millionaire, screw over, working class people goddamn campaigns. Vote yes on 10. Make Gotham great again.